2026 Minnesota DMV Knowledge Test Class B Test 145 Questions and Complete Answers. Question 1. Placards should be used. Option A. Any time a vehicle is carrying hazardous materials. Option B. If there is open space in the truck. Option C. If the amount of hazardous materials in the truck exceeds 200 pounds. Option D. If the hazardous materials create an inhalation hazard. The correct answer is option A. Any time a vehicle is carrying hazardous materials. Explanation. Placards must be placed on the outside of vehicles carrying hazardous materials. They identify the specific class or classes of materials being carried and warn others of relevant hazards. Question 2. Which part of the truck is the air compressor connected to? Option A. In an air brake system, the air compressor is connected to the engine through gears or a V-belt. Option B. The engine. Option C. The radiator. Option D. The door latch. The correct answer is option B. The engine. Explanation. In an air brake system, the air compressor is connected to the engine through gears or a V-belt. Question 3. If driving so slowly that you could impede other drivers, you should. Option A. Stay in the left lane. Option B. Drive while using your four-way flashers. Option C. Wave an arm out the window. The correct answer is option B. Drive while using your four-way flashers. Explanation. If you must drive so slowly that you will impede the flow of traffic, you should turn on your four-way flashers to alert drivers behind you as long as local laws allow the use of flashers. Question 4. Air brakes use blank to function. Option A. Compressed air. Option B. Liquid nitrogen. Option C. Carbon dioxide. The correct answer is option A. Compressed air. Explanation. The brakes in an air brake system use compressed air to function properly. Question 5. Which of the following can help you determine when to upshift? Option A. Road speed. Option B. Engine speed. Option C. Both of the above. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option C. Both of the above. Explanation. There are two indicators that determine when you need to shift into a higher gear. One indicator is the engine speed RPM. You should read your vehicle's manual to learn its RPM range and shift up when you reach the top of that range. The other indicator is road speed MPH. You should learn which speeds each gear can accommodate, then keep an eye on the speedometer and shift up as needed. Question 6. Convex mirrors. Option A. Cannot be used on vehicles transporting hazardous materials. Option B. Are illegal in most states. Option C. Can help drivers see a larger area. The correct answer is option C. Can help drivers see a larger area. Explanation. Many large vehicles have curved, convex mirrors. Convex mirrors allow drivers to see a wider area than flat mirrors. However, they also make objects seem smaller and farther away than they really are. Question 7. During a basic vehicle control skills test, what is considered an encroachment? Option A. The vehicle crossing over an exercise boundary line. Option B. A driver executing a single pull-up. Option C. A driver placing the vehicle in neutral and applying the parking brake. Option D. The vehicle stalling while the driver shifts gears. The correct answer is option A. The vehicle crossing over an exercise boundary line. Explanation. An encroachment during the basic vehicle control skills test is when an exercise boundary line is touched or crossed by any portion of the applicant's vehicle. Every encroachment will be counted as an error. Question 8. During a basic vehicle control skills test, what is considered an encroachment? Option A. A driver placing the vehicle in neutral and applying the parking brake. Option B. The vehicle touching an exercise boundary line. Option C. A driver properly completing an exercise in the skills test. Option D. An applicant trying to bribe the examiner. The correct answer is option B. The vehicle touching an exercise boundary line. Explanation. An encroachment during the basic vehicle control skills test is when an exercise boundary line is touched or crossed by any portion of the applicant's vehicle. Every encroachment will be counted as an error. Question 9. If a low air pressure warning signal comes on, you should. Option A. Continue driving, but have the brakes repaired within a week. Option B. Pull over and inspect the brakes. Option C. Phone a mechanic while driving. The correct answer is option B. Pull over and inspect the brakes. Explanation. If a low air pressure warning signal comes on while you are driving a vehicle with air brakes, you should immediately bring the vehicle to a safe stop while you are still able to control the brakes. Inspect and repair the brakes as soon as possible. Question 10. What happens when a vehicle hydroplanes? Option A. The tires lose contact with the road. Option B. The tires have extra traction. Option C. The vehicle is easier to control. Option D. The vehicle becomes heavier. The correct answer is option A. The tires lose contact with the road. Explanation. Hydroplaning occurs when a vehicle's tires lose contact with the road surface and instead glide along on a film of water above the surface of the road. Question 11. If a CMV driver operates a CMV with a detectable blood alcohol concentration BAC that is lower than 0.04%, they will be: Option A. Told to stop drinking. Option B. Put out of service for 24 hours. Option C. Required to drive at speeds below 55 miles per hour. Option D. Told to drive home. The correct answer is option B. Put out of service for 24 hours. Explanation. If you are found to be operating a CMV with any detectable amount of alcohol in your system, but you are still below the legal limit of 0.04%, you will be placed out of service for 24 hours. It is both illegal and dangerous to operate a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol. Question 12. Why do drivers have to inspect their vehicles? Option A. It is usually a company policy. Option B. It is usually a local ordinance. Option C. It is a federal and state law. Option D. It adds to the amount of time for which they will be paid. The correct answer is option C. It is a federal and state law. Explanation. Federal and state laws require drivers to inspect their vehicles before driving to ensure that they are safe to operate. Question 13. Header boards. Option A. Should never be used. Option B. Protect the driver from being hit by cargo. Option C. Protect the driver's head when entering the cab of a truck. The correct answer is option B. Protect the driver from being hit by cargo. Explanation. Front-end header boards, also known as headache racks, protect the driver from cargo moving in the event of a crash or emergency stop. Question 14. How should you check your hydraulic brakes? Option A. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Option B. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should slowly move toward the floor. Option C. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should slowly rise. Option D. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should be easy to push to the floor. The correct answer is option A. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Explanation. To test hydraulic brakes, you should pump the brake pedal 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal and hold for 5 seconds. The pedal should not move. If it does, there may be a leak. Question 15. On low bridges. Option A. Height warnings must always be posted. Option B. Height warnings must be posted at least twice. Option C. Height warnings may be posted, but do not have to be. The correct answer is option C. Height warnings may be posted, but do not have to be. Explanation. Height warnings are often, but not always, posted on low bridges. If you are unsure if you will be able to clear an overhead object, go slowly. Question 16. When carrying a wide load, you should. Option A. Drive as fast as possible. Option B. Obtain special permits and follow special rules, such as driving during certain hours. Option C. Honk at other drivers to get them to move from the lane closest to you. Option D. Drive on the shoulder. The correct answer is option B. Obtain special permits and follow special rules, such as driving during certain hours. Explanation. Oversized loads require special permits, may be allowed on the roads only at certain times, and may require special warning signs or equipment. Question 17. When traveling long distances, you should. Option A. Take rest breaks. Option B. Drive as fast as possible. Option C. Drive through the night. The correct answer is option A. Take rest breaks. Explanation. To avoid becoming fatigued on a long trip, you should take a break after every 100 miles or 2 hours of driving. Driving through the night, or during any other time when you would normally be asleep, raises the danger of fatigue. Question 18. Blank are the most likely to be affected by strong winds. Option A. Light vehicles. Option B. Heavy vehicles. Option C. Vehicles with open windows. The correct answer is option A. Light vehicles. Explanation. Strong winds can make it difficult for a driver to maintain control of their vehicle. Usually, this is especially true for drivers of lighter CMVs. Question 19. If an anti-lock braking system ABS malfunctions. Option A. The driver will not know. Option B. A yellow lamp will light up on the control panel. Option C. The brakes will lock up. Option D. The brakes will not work. The correct answer is option B. A yellow lamp will light up on the control panel. Explanation. On a vehicle with ABS, a yellow malfunction lamp on the instrument panel will illuminate to alert you if the braking system is not working. Question 20. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, once air pressure is lost and the spring brakes come on. Option A. You will be unable to move the vehicle. Option B. A separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Option C. You can use the spring brakes to continue driving normally. Option D. The air tanks will automatically refill to a safe air pressure level. The correct answer is option B. A separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Explanation. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, there is a separate air tank that can be used to temporarily release the spring brakes if they have been activated due to low air pressure. Pushing in the proper control will release the spring brakes for a short period of time, allowing the driver to move the vehicle in an emergency. Question 21. In an emergency situation, you should. Option A. Always respond by stopping. Option B. Not always respond by stopping. Option C. Never respond by swerving. Option D. Always turn on your flashers to warn other drivers. The correct answer is option B. Not always respond by stopping. Explanation. Stopping is not always the safest option when responding to an emergency while driving. It is usually safer to steer out of the way when attempting to avoid a crash. Question 22. Accelerating roughly is option A. Encouraged at slow speeds. Option B. Encouraged at all speeds. Option C. Discouraged, as it may cause damage to the vehicle. Option D. Discouraged, as it may confuse other drivers. The correct answer is option C. Discouraged, as it may cause damage to the vehicle. Explanation. When accelerating, speed up smoothly and gradually so your vehicle does not jerk. Rough acceleration can cause mechanical damage. Question 23. When driving a 50-foot truck at 50 miles per hour, you should maintain the following distance of at least. Option A, 4 seconds. Option B, 5 seconds. Option C, 6 seconds. Option D, 8 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 6 seconds. Explanation. When traveling at speeds below 40 miles per hour, you should maintain at least 1 second of following distance for every 10 feet of your vehicle's length. At higher speeds, add an additional second. Question 24. How much water is needed on a road surface for a vehicle to hydroplane? Option A, usually several inches. Option B, a good amount, such as a large puddle. Option C, a small amount. Option D, no water. The correct answer is option C, a small amount. Explanation. Hydroplaning is an effect in which a vehicle's tires lose traction with the surface of the road and instead glide along a layer of water. There does not have to be much water on the road for this to occur. Question 25. If a load is 10 feet long, it should be secured by a minimum of Option A, 1 tie down. Option B, 2 tie downs. Option C, 3 tie downs. The correct answer is option B, 2 tie downs. Explanation. Cargo should be restrained by at least 1 tie down for every 10 feet of cargo. However, all cargo should have at least 2 tie downs, no matter the size of the cargo. Question 26. What should be used to check for proper tire inflation? Option A, a tire gauge. Option B, a tire iron. Option C, an air compressor. Option D, a lug nut. The correct answer is option A, a tire gauge. Explanation. During the vehicle inspection test, you must use a tire gauge to check for proper tire inflation. You will not receive passing credit if you simply kick the tires. Question 27. If you're not sure what to do to extinguish a fire in your vehicle, you should use water. Option A, use water. Option B, stay inside the vehicle. Option C, wait for the firefighters. The correct answer is option C, wait for the firefighters. Explanation. If you are not sure which kind of extinguisher should be used on a fire in your vehicle, particularly a hazardous materials fire, you should wait for the firefighters to arrive and allow them to extinguish it. Question 28. You should always be able to stop within Option A, 10 feet of your vehicle. Option B, 1,000 feet of your vehicle. Option C, your view of the road ahead. Option D, 30 seconds of hitting the brakes. The correct answer is option C, your view of the road ahead. Explanation. You should always make sure that your vehicle will be able to stop within the area of the road that you are able to see. This means that you must slow down whenever conditions reduce visibility. Question 29. A steering wheel should be held. Option A, with both hands. Option B, with one hand, keeping the other hand free for other tasks. Option C, with one hand at a time, alternating between hands. Option D, at the base of the wheel. The correct answer is option A, with both hands. Explanation. A steering wheel should be held firmly with both hands, positioned on opposite sides of the wheel. Question 30. If driving so slowly that you could impede other drivers, you should. Option A, drive in the left lane. Option B, drive while using your four-way flashers. Option C, drive without using any lights. The correct answer is option B. Drive while using your four-way flashers. Explanation. If you must drive so slowly that you will impede the flow of traffic, you should turn on your four-way flashers to alert drivers behind you as long as local laws allow the use of flashers. Question 31. Which of the following is not a crime that would disqualify an applicant from a hazardous materials endorsement? Option A, kidnapping. Option B, smuggling. Option C, immigration violations. Option D, speeding. The correct answer is option D, speeding. Explanation. There are a number of crimes that will disqualify a person from receiving a hazardous materials endorsement for 7 years. Among these are kidnapping or hostage-taking, smuggling, and immigration violations. More serious crimes, such as murder, will result in a lifetime disqualification. Question 32. How can you check hydraulic brakes? Option A, pump the brake pedal 3 times then apply firm pressure to the pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Option B, pump the brake pedal 3 times then apply firm pressure to the pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should move slowly toward the floor. Option C, pump the brake pedal 3 times then apply firm pressure to the pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should slowly rise. The correct answer is option A. Pump the brake pedal 3 times then apply firm pressure to the pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Explanation. Check hydraulic brakes by pumping the brake pedal 3 times before applying firm pressure to the pedal for 5 seconds. The pedal should not move. If it does, there may be a leak or some other problem in the braking system. Question 33. To ensure that you do not slow down traffic when driving a large truck, you should. Option A, switch gears while driving uphill. Option B, try to pass another vehicle while driving uphill. Option C, stay in the right lane whenever possible. The correct answer is option C. Stay in the right lane whenever possible. Explanation. If a heavy load prevents your vehicle from keeping up with the speed of other traffic, you should stay in the right lane. Question 34. Of the following, which is not a recommended way to spot potential signs of trouble? Option A, watching the gauges. Option B, using your senses. Option C, checking critical items only at the beginning and end of a trip. The correct answer is option C. Checking critical items only at the beginning and end of a trip. Explanation. During a trip, you should regularly make checks to ensure that your vehicle is operating properly. Check the instrument panel and gauges, look at your mirrors, and examine the tires, cargo, and lights. Use all of your senses and be alert for anything that could be an early indication of trouble. Question 35. If federal inspectors judge your vehicle to be unsafe, they can. Option A, bring you to a garage to have your vehicle fixed. Option B, formally request that you have your vehicle's problems fixed. Option C, call a mechanic. Option D, pull the vehicle out of service until it is fixed. The correct answer is option D. Pull the vehicle out of service until it is fixed. Explanation. If a federal or state inspector judges a CMV to be unsafe, they may put it out of service until it is fixed. Question 36. If you must stop on the side of a highway, how far behind your vehicle should warning devices be placed? Option A, 5, 15, and 30 feet. Option B, 10, 25, and 50 feet. Option C, 10, 100, and 200 feet. Option D, 100, 200, and 500 feet. The correct answer is option C, 10, 100, and 200 feet. Explanation. When stopping your CMV on the side of a highway, warning devices must be placed 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet behind the vehicle. Question 37. What does the vehicle inspection report do? Option A. Inform the motor carrier about problems that may need fixing. Option B. Ensure that the vehicle is inspected regularly. Option C. Keep people accountable for inspecting the vehicle. The correct answer is option A. Inform the motor carrier about problems that may need fixing. Explanation. A vehicle inspection report keeps the carrier informed about any problems that need to be fixed. Question 38. When checking tires, finding which of the following is not a cause for concern. Option A, too much air pressure. Option B, tread of at least 4/32 of an inch in the grooves on front tires. Option C, radial and bi-split tires used together. The correct answer is option B. Tread of at least 4/32 of an inch in the grooves on front tires. Explanation. When checking your vehicle's tires, you should confirm that air pressure is neither too low nor too high, that there is at least 4/32 of an inch of tread depth in every major groove on the front tires, and that radial and bi-split tires are not used together. Question 39. As part of the vehicle inspection test, a CDL applicant may be asked to: Option A, check the engine oil level. Option B, replace a tire. Option C, remove the alternator belt. Option D, replace spark plugs. The correct answer is option A. Check the engine oil level. Explanation. While testing for a CDL, an applicant will be required to go through a full vehicle inspection. The vehicle inspection test will include an engine oil level check. Question 40. Fuel records supporting IFTA quarterly fuel use tax returns must be kept by carriers for: Option A, 1 year. Option B, 2 years. Option C, 3 years. Option D, 4 years. The correct answer is option D, 4 years. Explanation. In general, if you operate a commercial vehicle in interstate commerce, it must be registered under the International Registration Plan (IRP) and International Fuel Tax Agreement (IFTA). These programs collect and distribute vehicle registration fees and fuel taxes based on what jurisdictions you drive in and for how long. Mileage and fuel records supporting IFTA quarterly fuel tax returns must be retained by carriers for 4 years. Question 41. When stopping, the brake pedal should be: Option A, pressed down quickly with both feet. Option B, pressed down gradually. Option C, lifted up quickly. The correct answer is option B, pressed down gradually. Explanation. When braking, push the pedal down gradually to ensure that the vehicle comes to a smooth, safe stop. Question 42. When completing pre-trip inspections. Option A, the inspections should be done the same way each time. Option B, different items should be checked each time. Option C, it is acceptable to check items in a different order each time. Option D, not every item needs to be inspected each time. The correct answer is option A. The inspections should be done the same way each time. Explanation. Pre-trip inspections should be conducted in the same way every time. This will reinforce the steps, making it less likely that you will forget to inspect something important. Question 43. Front brake limiting valves were intended to: Option A. Prevent the front tires from skidding. Option B. Prevent the front tires from overheating. Option C. Create equal brake usage. Option D. Remove uncertainty when applying the brakes. The correct answer is option A. Prevent the front tires from skidding. Explanation. Some older vehicles with air brakes have front brake limiting valves. These valves were intended to reduce the risk of front wheels skidding. However, research has shown that such devices are unnecessary, so they should be left in the normal position. Question 44. Texting while driving is: Option A. Allowed if you are contacting your employer. Option B. Allowed when driving on rural roads. Option C. Not allowed. The correct answer is option C. Not allowed. Explanation. Texting while driving is dangerous and is never permitted while operating a CMV. Question 45. Mirrors should be: Option A. Checked only when changing lanes. Option B. Checked frequently. Option C. Checked only if there is a reason to suspect a problem. The correct answer is option B. Checked frequently. Explanation. When driving, you should regularly check your mirrors, both to be aware of traffic and to check for problems on your own vehicle.